British Columbia Institute of Technology acknowledges that our campuses are located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish nations of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh.
Good morning. My name is Jonah Jung, and these are your news headlines for 10:30. After the Prime Minister Mark Carney says that he will build 4,000 housing units on the federal lands, BC Housing Minister Christine Boyle says that none of the projects are happening in the province. Boyle says the announcement is a good start because the country struggles with affordable housing projects. She adds that the province has an abundance of shovel-ready for the new projects. The minister says she will look forward to hearing which local partnerships will receive the new funding. September 15th is World Lymphoma Awareness Day. Reporter Leah Warren has more on what this disease is and who it affects.
Over 11,000 Canadians are diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma every year, and more than 3,000 will die from the disease, says the Canadian Cancer Society. Lymphoma is a blood cancer that starts in the body's white blood cells called lymphocytes. There are two main kinds, known as Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, the difference being the presence or absence of large, abnormally shaped white blood cells. Lymphoma affects people of all ages and is slightly more prevalent in men, and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma makes up more than 90% of all diagnoses, according to the Siteman Cancer Center. Today, World Lymphoma Awareness Day, there is an opportunity to learn more about a disease that affects so many Canadians. Leah Warren, BCIT News.
With the reporters in the field, our producer Isabella Vertone tells us what they will be reporting on. Hello, Isabella.
Hi, Jonah. Our upcoming stories from reporters include Leah Warren reporting on the Lymphoma Awareness Day and the information and awareness that the organization is trying to spread. Next up would be Graciela Flores doing her story at the Latin American Cultural Center about the Latina Heritage Month happening this month. Lastly, Eden Chipperfield will be reporting on SFU's opening of the First Peoples Gathering House. Back to you, Jonah.
Thank you, Isabella. In Ottawa, the members of the Parliament returned to the House of Commons. Prime Minister Mark Carney and the opposition leader Pierre Poilievre will meet each other in person during the question period. The Government House leader Stephen McKinnon hopes that Poilievre understands how parties should be on the same page.
He thought, and hopefully no longer thinks, a bad day for the government was a good day for the opposition. But this is not how this country runs. We need more good days for Parliament. And increasingly, Canadians are of the view that a good day for Parliament is when parties work together.
After losing its riding and winning a by-election in rural Alberta riding, the opposition leader is back in the Parliament. Months after the trade war started in February, Statistics Canada has reported that the manufacturing sales have gone up. Michelle Zedikian reports on what made the increase possible.
Statistics Canada says manufacturing sales rose 2.5% to $70 billion in July. It was the second straight month of increases. The gain was driven by strength in the transportation equipment subsector, thanks to a big increase in sales of vehicles and parts. Aerospace products and parts sales rose 6.5%, while sales for petroleum and coal products climbed at 6.2% in July. Michelle Zedikian, The Canadian Press.
Down the southern border, after the conservative public speaker Charlie Kirk had passed away, U.S. lawmakers and the Trump administration members attended the prayer ceremony and the remembrance vigil held at the Kennedy Center in Washington. The Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, praised Kirk and called him a person who lived by his principles.
You know, I've said many times, and every soldier lives this fact, this truth. I may disagree with what you say, but I will defend to the death for your right to say it. Charlie lived by this principle.
Kirk was shot last week while he was speaking at Utah Valley University and was transported to the hospital. The U.S. authorities say the alleged gunman, Tyler Robinson, is not cooperating with the law enforcement. The U.S. Secretary of Treasury, Scott Bessent, says a deal has been reached on the ownership of the popular social media platform, TikTok. Bessent made the announcement after the trade talks between the U.S. and China happened during the weekend. The secretary says the goal is to make the social media platform belong to the U.S.
The framework is for it to switch to U.S.-controlled ownership. But again, I'm not going to get ahead of the leaders' call on Friday. We have a framework. They'll have to confirm the deal.
Trump says he will speak with the Chinese President Xi Jinping on Friday. China has yet to confirm Trump's statements. These have been your news headlines for 10:30. I am your host, Jonah Jung, for BCIT's The Crow.
Stay tuned for more on BCIT's 1680 The Crow.
It's your career, your vision, your goal. Navigate it your way. Flexible learning is designed for you. Learn a new skill or earn a degree at your own pace. BCIT, flexible learning for a complex world.